Hey guys, today we are reacting to this video will get Donald Trump elected. Some people might like Donald Trump, but you gotta hear might not like Donald Trump, and some people will like this. But um, hope you learn from this video, guys. So here we go.
Our movement is about replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people. The Washington.
Have you ever heard a politician say that we are replacing the old guard, the political establishment, for the people? Oh, all right, go back again.
Replacing a failed and corrupt political establishment.
And it is corrupt. We did not know how deep, or some people knew how deep the deep state, the permanent political class, the cabal, the globalist, whatever you want to call them. We did not know. Some of us did not know how deep the swamp was, and it was not going to take 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. We're talking about a deep, deep swamp, and it was going to take a couple of, not just one man to change it. It had to take a group of men to change the full of Washington.
Establishment with a new government controlled by you, the American people.
How do you clean a swamp? How do you clean muck in the water? How do you clean the water? By taking piece by piece by piece by piece. It's not one big tub of swamp and you just grab it and then boom, it's gone. Or you grab it and you can just grab it and it'll be gone forever. You don't even know how deep it is until you get in there and see how much deep it is.
The Washington establishment and the financial and media corporations that fund it exist for only one reason: to protect and enrich itself. The establishment has trillions of dollars at stake in this election. For those who control the levers of power in Washington and for the global special interest, they partner with these people that don't have your good in mind. Our campaign represents a true existential threat like they haven't seen before. This is not simple.
Yeah. It is an existential threat to their money, to their corruption, to their power. This is why a lot of Democrats cleaned out and said, you know what, we're not going to vote. It's just the same old two-party system. This is why I don't believe Donald Trump run as a Republican because he's a Republican. He ran as the Republican because that's the only way you can win when it comes to these two parties. So you have to run either Republican or Democrat. The two parties do not like a third party. And he tried to run as a third party and he thought, okay, you know what? I can't run as a third party. I'll get some votes, but I'm not going to win. I'm not going to win the electoral college with the two-party system right now. So he decided to actually pick one of the two, and the lesser of the two is the Republicans, because at least you have some decent fighters in there that are willing to fight with you. So
Simply another four-year election. This is a crossroad. Presents a true existential threat like they haven't seen before. This is not simply another four-year election. This is a crossroads in the history of our civilization that will determine whether or not
where we go from endless wars to peace and tranquility and not sending any more foreign aid to anybody that don't need it or any of our money that we don't want to give out to. So we can't be doing that every time and then think that we're going to be safe or we're going to have enough to keep us going when we're selling out our own money to people that don't deserve our money.
we, the people, reclaim control over our government. The political establishment that is trying to stop us is the same group responsible for our disastrous trade deals, massive illegal immigration, and economic and foreign policies that have bled our country dry. The political establishment has brought about the destruction of our factories and our jobs as they flee to Mexico, China, and other countries.
Slowly, slowly, this is looks like a year on, maybe 10, 15, maybe 20, 30, 40, 50-year plan to dismantle the government. Well, it looks like a plan to destroy the economy of America from within, making it even though we there's steel around the world, we have it's crappy steel. Donald Trump looks. This is what Donald Trump saw when it came to everything according to manufacturing. When he does buildings, he looks at what the materials that he has, and he does when you start seeing the same company that you used to be dealing with when you're making your buildings go away, you start questioning why are they going away, and I have to pay for this cheap China shit. Why do I have to pay for this cheap China shit when we can have great American ingenuity and great American steel? American steel is better than that cheap China shit. Why do you think everything is made in China? Just to destroy the American economy. Why do you think everything is cheap when it comes in and made in China? Because everything is to destroy the American economy. The American economy to them is like nothing, and they don't care. Not both parties don't care, Democrats or Republicans. They're for Republicans for the rich donors and the donor class and the bankers and everything else. And then you got Republicans, Democrats also as well as their donors. They're yeah, so they're both parties were bought by the same donor. You just thought that you had a choice when you just had a selection. You don't have an election, you have a selection. You had both parties, and this is why a third party can never come in and win, because you had two parties that won't let them come in. Two parties that the donor class don't like. That the donor class want to have and make you believe that you have right and left, Republican, Democrat, red, blue, same shit.
The political establishment has brought about the destruction of our factories and our jobs as they
on purpose, literally on purpose, shipping our jobs on purpose to who knows where. Or we're going to Mexico, going to Canada, going to everything. Every deal that's made prior to Trump was against America. NAFTA was against America, destroying our jobs. The trade deals with China against America. That was not America first. None of these deals were America first. They're putting us last, destroying our companies, destroying our manufacturing, destroying our industries from within. From within by selling, people are gonna buy the cheap shit. So they have deals with these countries that are the companies that are from foreign countries, destroy bringing in these cheap, crappy ass shit. When we know that we have better products, but we sell them higher because they're better and they are more durable. When it comes to Chinese shit, they sell you crappy shit because they know it's gonna break and you're gonna buy more crappy shit so you can fix that crappy shit.
flee to Mexico, China, and other countries all around the world. It's a global power structure that is responsible for the economic decisions that have robbed our working class, stripped our
Every economic crisis that we have gone through in the decades were pushed by the globalists. The stock market, the Great Depression, the recession, the banks, everything was caused by the banks and the stock market and the in their power.
country of its wealth and put that money into the pockets of a handful of large corporations and political entities. This is a struggle for the survival of our nation.
Imagine these bills that these Democrats are pushing right now. A lot of these bills, they're going to push, they're going to steal from some of these bills and give it off to their special interest, and that special interest will give it to them, a portion of that money to them so that they can pocket it to them. You get a percentage. So, oh, look, here you go. You got the deal done. Thank you. Here you go. But I get more majority of the money.
And this will be our last chance to save it. This election will determine whether we're a free nation or whether we have only the illusion of democracy, but are in fact controlled by a small...
It's why some people believe that we're living in a simulation, or that we were promised democracy, or I'll say we were promised a republic, and we are a constitutional republic, but we have an illusion of a republic and a democracy. But we know, but for eons and decades, we've been having a controlled democracy, democracy that's built with corruption. You have a crony capitalism. No, it's crony democracyism.
Chance to save it. This election will determine whether we're a free nation or whether we have only the illusion of democracy, but are in fact controlled by a small handful of global special interests rigging the system, and our system is rigged.
It's been rigged for I don't know how long, and we'll see how much it's been rigged by.
The illusion of democracy, but are in fact controlled by a small handful of global special interests rigging the system, and our system is rigged. This is reality. You know it, they know it, I know it, and pretty much the whole world knows it. The Clinton machine is at the center of this power structure. We've seen this firsthand in the WikiLeaks documents, in which Hillary Clinton...
Ironically, when they were pushing the first black man as president, ironically, they push now the first woman president. First woman. So they started the woke shit longer, ever since Obama. Who cares if he's black? Is he good for the country? Who cares if she's a woman? If she's good for the country? Who cares what their identity, what their skin color, what they freaking are? Are they good for the country? Would they put America first? Is America first in their heart and in their mind? That's what you should test them on. That's who should be the president. It's America. If they put America first, every country should put their country first. Every country leaders should put their country first. Everyone, every single one of them. And this is why I believe that every single country and those citizens must demand their country to sign not a Declaration of Independence, but a contract with their government. If they don't give us these rights, these inalienable rights that are not given by you, but by some other higher person than you, then we don't want you. We'll replace you with somebody else. We'll demand your resignation. Every single one of the persons that are in the government will demand their resignation.
The Clinton machine is at the center of this power structure. We've seen this firsthand in the WikiLeaks documents, in which Hillary Clinton meets in secret with international banks to plot the destruction of U.S. sovereignty in order to enrich these global financial powers, her special interest friends, and her donors. Honestly, she should be locked up. The most powerful weapon deployed by the Clintons is the corporate media, the press.
You know how much information she's been selling of our information to not just our enemies, but to the globalists.
Let's be clear.
I don't know how much money she stole from us.
On one thing, the corporate media in our country is no longer involved in journalism. They're a political special interest, no different than any lobbyist or other financial.
I had this clip, and they put their plans in front of you. They might put it in a show, they might put it in a movie, but they might even put it in a cartoon show. They might put it in a cartoon show. And I saw this clip of the show called Teen Titans Go, where the character Raven, explained like how they can control the world. So she explained, okay, the way you can control the world is to um, buy off the media, buy off the media. You buy off the media, and then they will promote the people that you want to be elected to. So they control the politicians, and you pay the politicians to enact laws to control, to put in laws what you want to do, to what you want, to do what you want. So control the media, then control the politicians, then tell the media to promote the politicians that you want to be controlled, and then give them an illusion. This is what I would. This is what I also think that they will be doing. Give an illusion that there's two sides, and you have a selection or election to decide. Get another media on another media, and you're still winning. You're on another media, and then you have another. You pay that one off, and then you promote a different type of politician, and they support that politician. So either way, you win. You control the politicians, you control the world. You control the media, you control the world. You tell the media to promote these politicians that you want to be supported of, and then the media will do that because people will always will look at the news, and then they believe that the news will never lie to them. The news will never say anything wrong to them. That they will never promote propaganda. They will never promote falsehood. They will never promote opinions. They're supposed to be the arbiters of truth, not the ministry of truth. And that's what the media has become. The media has become the ministry of truth. Just when now the new ministry of the more, or what they got was the Facebooks, the social media company. They are now the ministry of truth. They have never needed a department. They already had it with the control of the media, to control the social media companies. They have the ministry of truth already there, implemented, bought out, paid for. And then if you ask these media companies, hey, you work for the CIA, you work for the deep state, you get paid by the deep state. Of course, they're not going to say it in camera. No, they're not going to say it. Of course.
Entity with a total political agenda, and the agenda is not for you, it's for themselves. Anyone who challenges their control is deemed a sexist, a racist, a xenophobe. They will lie.
Yeah, if you disagree with the agenda these people push, with the globalists, the deep state, the permanent class, the swampy is the swamp, then you're considered that. You're considered a racist, sexist, xenophobe, um, homophobe. Every name in the book that they can name you, a Nazi, any name that they can put you into to make you look bad, to make you look crazy, to make you look uninterested, or get people away from you. That's what they use. They're just words. That's what they use to get the people. Oh, well, if he's a racist, I'm not going to join that guy. If he's a sexist, I'm not going to join that guy. He hates women. I'm not going to join this guy because he hates gays. I'm not going to join that. Yeah, it's just.
It's for themselves. Anyone who challenges their control is deemed a sexist, a racist, a xenophobe.
That's why they put a. That's why they put Obama. Obama was the. Oh, you can't challenge him because if you do, you're a racist. You put her in front of. If she was president, you say, oh, well, you're challenging her because she's a woman. You don't like because she's a woman. You don't like her because she's a woman. No, I don't like her because she's a crooked piece of shit. Not because it's because he's a woman or because he's black.
They will lie, 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 and then again, they will do worse than that. They will do whatever is
when she said, "What difference does it make?" You don't care, dude.
Necessary. The Clintons are criminals. Remember that. This is well documented. And the establishment that protects them has engaged in a massive cover-up of widespread criminal activity at the State Department and the Clinton Foundation in order to keep the Clintons in power. They knew they would throw every lie they could at me.
And the reason that they push out bad polls, They push off bad posts. Look, I'm going to talk about that later. Oh, well, let's talk about that. Mocking reporter. They're knowing for sure that you're not going to look at the facts. They for sure know that you're not going to look at the facts. That if he was actually mocking a disabled reporter, disability reporter, or disabled reporter, they know for the fact that you're not going to look at that. You're going to say, "Oh shit, he's making fun of disabled people." No, I'm not going to join. I'm not going to vote for that guy. I'm not going to look that up. If the media's telling me, "Oh my God, that's real,"
and my family and my loved ones,
why did you? They do. This is what Donald Trump does. Donald Trump had to change your mind when he was a president. He has to make you look at the media a different way. So what he did was call these people fake news, and now you're starting to. It got some people. Some people are gonna be like, "Oh, no, well, he doesn't like news that he doesn't get criticized." Some people will like get that. They'll just go without a theory. Then you got some people who will look it up and say, well, "Okay, well, why do you think that is? Why do you think that is?" And they start researching. He makes you do the research. That's what he does. He does all these things to make you do research. Fake news, we make sure that they are not producing fake news. Some people are like, oh shit, they're producing fake news.
knew they would stop at nothing to try to stop me. Nevertheless, I take all of these slings and arrows gladly for you. I take them for our movement.
It's like that meme.
So that we can have our country back. I knew this day would arrive. These slings and arrows gladly for you. I take them for our movement so that we can have our country back. I knew this day would arrive. It's only a question of when. And I knew the American people would rise above it and vote for the future they deserve. The only thing that can stop this corrupt machine is you. The only force strong enough to save our country is us. The only people brave enough to vote out this corrupt establishment is you, the American people. Our great civilization has come upon a moment of reckoning. I didn't need to do this, folks, believe me. I built a great company, and I had a wonderful life. I could have enjoyed the fruits and benefit of years of successful business deals and businesses for myself and my family, instead of going through this absolute horror show of lies, deceptions, malicious attacks. Who would have thought?
He said it. He would take all the slings and arrows for you. I'm just in the way. These are what they're doing to him is what they will do to you. He's just in the way. Why are they going after him still, though? Do they really care about January 6th? Do they really care about democracy? When they corrupted democracy? When they destroyed democracies in other places? When they destroyed everything? Why would they go after him now? Why are they still going? If he's gone, let him be. Let him be. If he's really gone, let him be.
I'm doing it because this country...
They need their Hitler. They need the orange man. It's bad. Because their brain dead president is not good. Doesn't generate the charisma that Donald Trump did. They're not getting their views. They're not getting their hits. They're not getting anything.
Going through this absolute horror show of lies, deceptions, malicious attacks. Who would have thought? I'm doing it because this country has given me so much, and I feel so strongly that it's my turn to give back to the country that I love. I'm doing this for the people and for the movement, and we will take back this country for you, and we will make America great again.
Oh, like, what does that mean? Everybody said, "What is America? What does make America great? Great again mean?" Like, how far back are you thinking he's thinking about? Hey, he's talking about slavery and Jim Crow. No, he's not talking about that. When it was great, when we had you listen to the speech, man. It's about great jobs, manufacturing. Our economy was great when we did great things. All right, guys. I know it's like I paused it a lot, but yeah, I like to get my 2 cents into some of these videos, guys. Uh, Thank you for watching. I hope you did like it. Hit that subscribe button, guys, and thank you. I'll see you on the next video, guys. Peace out.